Do you find it as inconvenient as I do to have to sit there and hold your phone while you're trying to watch your favorite YouTube channel? Or maybe you're in a conversation with somebody, you're going to do a video call and you've got to sit there and you've got to hold your phone. You can't do anything else because, as soon as you go to do something else, well, you can't use your phone anymore and whoever you're talking to is looking at the ceiling. Well, I'm going to solve that problem. I've got some quarter sawn oak here that I'm going to use to make a phone stand. Let's see what we can make out of that. This is the style of phone stand that I'm going to make. This arm here moves back and forth. You can also rotate up to 90 degrees so that you can put your phone there, and this way you can have your phone horizontal. When you raise the arm like this, you can have your phone in a vertical position. That way you can be hands-free. This piece of material is going to be the base. That's where I want to start. I'll make the base first, then I'll make this lip that holds the phone in place. To make this lip, I'm just going to use the cutoff from the base and glue some pieces together. A little bit of glue here. Spread that glue around a little bit between the two pieces. I guess that's what they call sizing the joint or something. I don't know. And then we'll just drop it in the clamp and that will be that. And we will wait. The glue's had sufficient time to dry on this, so now I'm going to clean it up with the hand plane. More glue. Line it up a little bit the best I can here. And back into the vise. Little clampage there. Now we'll let that sit and dry. The glue has dried, and now I just want to put a radius along this edge here. Once I get done doing that, I'll do some sanding and clean up some glue and make it look better. Just going to use a block plane. Then I'm just going to use a chisel here to remove this excess glue. A little sanding to smooth things up. That's a horrible sound, isn't it? At this point, the base is pretty much done. So now I'm going to focus on the 3 remaining parts: the rest, the arm, and the slide. I've got some more pieces of oak to use, so let's get cracking on that. So this is the piece that's going to make up the rest. I need to do some work to it here to get it down to its final shape. Do you have a Ryoba saw in your shop? You should. Why? Well, it's just a great saw. And once again with the block plane. Since the rest needs to be as wide as the base, I'm just going to use the base as a way of determining where I need to make my cut. Again, using the Ryoba saw, I'll remove the waste. In the vise, I've clamped the base and the rest together, and then using a block plane, I'm going to plane the rest to the same width as the base. There we go. That'll work. So all the parts for this assembly right here have been cut. This will be the slide. This is the arm for the rest. The next thing to do is to put a slot in the slide, as you can see here. And then there'll be a through hole in the arm. So then after that, there'll be a little bit of shaping. You know, I'm going to round over the corners and do some sanding and some smoothing and so on and so forth. And then we'll join it all together. Here I have the slide and the arm for the rest clamped together. And I'm going to begin by drilling a clearance hole for the screw that I'm going to use. Yeah, I could be wrong, but I think that drill bit's a little dull. I don't think that those chips should be turning black like that. My gosh. Holy cow. That bit's dull as a butter knife, man. I think I better sharpen that bit. Now that I got those 2 holes drilled, or I wouldn't say drilled, more like burned through, I got to put a slot in this piece here. So I got to drill another hole somewhere around in this area. Oh my gosh. To finish making this slot, I'm going to thread the blade of my coping saw through a hole here and remove the bulk of the material. Then I'll come back and clean it up with a chisel. I need a good sharp chisel for this next operation. I tell you, it's a good thing that I don't make a living making hand-cut slots because, well, I'd fire me. But hey, it's a slot, right? The next thing I want to do is I want to add some radii. Radii, not radiuses, as I hear many people say. Radii, multiple radiuses. I want to add radii to these corners here, here, and here. Well, that's too much like work. There's got to be a better way. I got to add a countersink so that the head of the screw sits below the surface. Now, I promise you my countersink is sharper than the drill bit was. It's a smidge more. That'll work. So nothing's been attached yet, but you can sort of get the idea how this is going to work, right? So you loosen the wing nut, and the arm moves forward and backward, and you can tilt it 90 degrees or whatever the case may be. But now I got to figure out how I want to attach the arm to the rest and the slide to the base. I could get real lazy and just, well, no, I think I'm going to be lazy. But you can see here that all I did was join the rest to the arm with a couple of screws, a little bit of glue in between there, and same thing with the slide, some glue down here and some screws, you know. So it's just a real simple way to be able to hold your phone either vertically or horizontally, you know. So this was my solution. Now, I've got to be honest with you, this is not my design. I got this design off of Pinterest. I had no idea who came up with it. I've made 4 of these for Christmas gifts a while back, and it's a good, I like the design. It's simple. I was able to make it with hand tools. I didn't have to have hardly anything but maybe just a drill to be able to make the holes and so on and so forth. But, you know, all in all, it didn't turn out too bad. So, hey, don't click away just yet. If you like that video, hit the like and subscribe buttons. Don't forget to ring the bell. That way you get all the notifications on the latest content. Thanks for watching.